Hi, I'm Ian MacArthur from the Other Foot Soccer School. Your other foot is not your weak foot, it's not your bad foot. These terms are far too negative. The other foot is your less practiced foot. You know the one that's undervalued and underused. Remember, your other foot is always yellow. On your more practiced, preferred foot, the colour of sock represents the soccer level you have achieved with your other. For example, red, blue, green, purple, orange and black. Struan, the player in the video, worked through the levels from the age of 8 to 12. If you put the practice in at a young age, your ability with the other will allow you to become more two-footed, more versatile, more adaptable. Please remember, improving your other foot can be challenging, but should also be fun. These activities will offer you ideas that hopefully you can devote some time to. We know that you're creative though, and you're more than capable of making up your own challenges. Now it's time for you to discover your other and double your potential. With Struan's help, we'll go over some activities that will hopefully keep you busy. First of all, we've got outside, outside stop, inside, inside stop. Thanks, Struan. Now we'll try outside roll stop, inside roll stop. These are all designed to improve your comfort level of your other foot. And now we'll try outside, outside and pull back with sole. Thanks, Struan. And now we'll try inside, inside, pull back with sole. And now the player will throw the ball overhead, control it on the laces, and have 10 touches inside, outside. Again, the player will throw the ball overhead, attempt to control it on the laces, advance and attempt to flick the ball into the basket. We'll see how many attempts it takes Struan to get the ball in. Two attempts, not bad Struan, keep going. Keep the tempo up. Always important that you keep the tempo up during these activities. Well done, Struan. Now we'll attempt to half volley the ball into the basket. Let's see how many attempts it takes. Very important to keep the tempo up. Notice how Struan gets back quickly to the starting position. Best way to discover your other is to use your other foot as often as you can. Build up that confidence level. Well done, Struan. For this one, the player passes the ball firmly against, well, in this case a deck, for you it could be a wall. Receive the pass, advance towards the deck, and then do a nice sharp turn. On you go, Struan. Again, it's important to keep the tempo up. You can vary your turns at any point. For this one, the ball is flicked over the arc, retrieved as quickly as possible and passed back through. For this one, again we're using something like the washing basket before for the half volleys. We're using a chair from the house. You're going to be pretty much glued to your houses and gardens over the next wee while, over the next weeks and potentially months. So utilise what you can. Look in your shed, look in your house, look in your garden, see what you can use to help. On you go, Struan. So just imagine that the chair is a player, you're cheekily megging the player. If the ball gets stuck underneath, you use the sole of your foot potentially to get it out, or you nudge it further through. It's going to hit the legs, you have to react to the ball coming off the legs. Again, you keep the tempo up. Change directions, practice different turns. Now, seeing as you've asked your mum's or dad's permission to take the chair out, you might as well use it for one or two other activities. Here's another one. We're going to try and flick the ball up so that the ball stays on top of the chair. It might take 5 attempts, it might take 500, but if you're determined and if you keep the tempo up, who knows? There's one attempt. You can do the counting. Close that time, Stuart. I like the way Stuart's reacting quickly when the ball comes back. He's not hanging about. Well done, Stuart. Just going to keep going. Now all these touches count. You're stopping the ball with the sole of the foot, you're flicking it up, you're reacting, you're getting the ball back in position using the inside of the foot, the outside of the foot. We're using it for another activity now. We've got to knock the cone off the seat. On you go, Stuart. First go. So we put it back up. See how many you could time yourself. You could time yourself for a minute. See how many times you could knock it off. There's twice. Struan's on a roll. Again. Get the cone back up. React quickly. So this time, 4 in a row. Keep going. Well done, Struan. The world record's 5. Oh, unlucky. So we keep going. Keep going. React quickly to the ball. Control it. Again, try and flick it up. Now, of course, if you didn't have a chair, you could use an upturned bucket. I'm sure you've got a lot of viewers here who have great imagination. What could you knock the cone off? So as well as using things in your house that you take out to the garden, you can actually use the wall of your house. Probably best to get permission from whoever owns the house, your mum or dad or whoever rents the house. But a wall of a house comes in very useful. For this activity, Struan's going to throw the ball up against the house, being careful that he doesn't hit the window, and he's going to attempt to control it on his laces. And 10 quick touches inside outside. It's not always going to be the perfect touch, but you just persevere. Now, of course, you could throw it against the side of the house. You can vary the height of your throws. If you think of today's session, how many times has your other foot touched the ball? Meaningful touches. Into the high hundreds, potentially the thousands. Struan nearly hit the window there, but he just got away with it. At some point during your other foot garden coaching session, take some time to put some combos together. Combine moves that you've learnt at your regular coaching sessions. Obviously this time you'll be using your other foot. Make some step overs, you might get some brush unders. Just a variety of different turns, keep the tempo up. All these touches go towards you becoming a more two-footed player, help you discover your other. In this next one, the aim is to get the ball into the bucket. The ball is stopped, flicked up, do some keepy-ups, and then touch the ball into the bucket. The player has to react quickly to awkward rebounds and try again. If you get the ball in, try again. The important thing is that you keep busy, you react to whatever the ball does. You keep that ball busy. Now if you do this one for a couple of minutes, just think of the amount of touches you're using with your other foot. React to every rebound. In this one, the player passes the ball firmly against the surface, they control the rebound, do some keepy-ups, and then control the ball in their laces, and then they repeat. Again in this one, you keep the tempo up. It's all about the control. You can't do it first time, second time, or 100th time. Try another time. In this one, 4 rings are placed 1.5 meters apart to form a square. The player controls the ball within the area and responds to a colour that is shouted by mum, dad, brother, or sister. Blue. When the colour is shouted, the player attempts to place the ball on top of the ring using the sole of their other foot. Green. Red. Again, it's important that the tempo's kept up. Think of the many touches you're using in here with different parts of the foot. Blue. You have to turn quickly in different directions. Green. Here the ball is thrown in the air, controlled with the thigh, then the laces. The player responds to a colour and dribbles accordingly. Blue. Red. Yellow. Blue. Blue. Yellow. So again, the player has to think really quickly. Red. Green. Blue. Yellow. Blue. Red. Ask yourself the questions. Do you want to become a more versatile player, a more adaptable player, a more two-footed player? If you do, get out in the garden and practice with your other foot. You can double your potential. Use your other foot. Get out in the garden and double your potential.